Hi, everyone. So I'm here again with a little break with the astrology zodiac sign readings and giving you general messages. I hope you enjoy it. Let's see what the universe wants to tell you. Okay, the first thing we have is winter basem, and it says sweep away all ill intent while creating boundaries, weave with protection. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to laugh, but yesterday's reading was was creating boundaries. A witch a witch respects passages of safety. And then the next one is the altars. Allow the magic of who you are to be seen by the eyes you keep. You are enough, my dear. Take ease in receiving. One of the biggest problems that we have as humans is the fact that when God's starting to bring blessings into our lives or starting to bring good favor into our lives, we think we're undeserving, so we reject it. So this is like rejecting a gift that somebody gives you. This is like rejecting the energies of blessings that are supposed to be around you. Now, mind you, I'm not a believer of receiving everything that people give you. And anytime anybody gives you something, it's a really good common practice in your mind to say without any agreements or attachments, I take this with no agreements or attachments, and I thank you for what you are giving me. That is it. Simple phrase like that literally is you saying, I accept this, but I do not accept to create a bond with you, right? If you have any additional, I want to say weird feeling about a gift that somebody gives you, it's always good too. If you have an attached garage, you can place it in the garage and leave it there for like a week before bringing it into your house. If you have a detached, even better. If you have a storage shed outside your house, you can leave it out there for a few days before bringing it into house. That way it neutralizes the energy before it comes into your house. Um, and then, there's always that you receive it. Thank you. I accept nothing from the situation. And then you re-gift it, right? So that it doesn't stay in your house. But here it's talking about a situation where you have to be okay with receiving too, because sometimes if we're overly protective, we actually block the blessings that God puts into our lives. But there still has to be very healthy boundaries, and that's why I told you, if you receive something, leave it outside for a few days, things like that, so that you know that things are clear. Also, that winter basin, it kind of reminds me of the spring equinox, and I do feel like a need to clean out. So to clean out your space, get rid of things. There's things that we don't let go of, and because of the fact that we feel guilt for letting things go. And then it's that's also a sacrifice of our boundaries, because if we don't really want it, but we're keeping it just because of another person, then isn't that us giving up a part of ourselves? So it's feeling okay with letting things go because you just don't like them, not keeping them because of the emotional connection it might have to a certain place, person, thing, or energy. Well, let's find out why it's showing us this, even though this is the second day in a row that it's talking about boundaries here. Okay, we have the Seven of Swords in reverse. See? And that in the top, it says straightening up the records. Okay, and it's also something about cleaning house. And then we have 3 to 4 weeks, the waning moon. So it's talking about this period of 3-ish weeks. We just had a full moon on the 14th. From the 14th to the 21st is 1 week. From the 21st to the 28th is 2 weeks, right? And then the 29th, we have a new moon. And then 3, 4. So it's it's 2 weeks after the full moon and 2 weeks after the new moon, 4 weeks total. We should be clearing out things from our lives. And it's putting the record straight. Again, I feel like you might have a lot of things in your home that you don't necessarily like, but they have an emotional connection to somebody. Oh, so and so gave me this. Oh, so and so gave me this. Oh, so and so gave me this, right? I would feel so bad to let it go, like, but you don't like it. I mean, it's stored in the way back of your closet because you really don't like it. So why are you keeping it? And that's something that you have to keep in mind as you're saying. As I'm saying this, I just got an image of something in my closet I'm going to get rid of, um, because they're telling me the same thing. Then we have the Six of Swords. And the Six of Swords is this energy of moving into calmer waters. See, everything that we own and anything we connected to, um, create, like, I want to say, a spider web of energy around us. If it's something outside our energy field, like something that isn't aligned to us, it actually creates a distortion in our field. It's kind of like our whole entire essence is classical music, but then we have a heavy metal guitar playing in the background because you have somebody's pot that they gave you because you feel bad to let it go, even though you think it's the ugliest thing in the world. Okay. So if you're thinking about it that way, it's actually creating distortions in your energy field. So if you want to move into calmer waters, you have to be okay with creating that healthy boundary and thanking the person for the thought, the intention, the whatever, but this is just not me. Right. So here we have the Five of Coins, and Five of Coins literally said leaving things out in the cold. So it is throwing out old stuff, old memories, old people or places, old things. Just, I mean, yes, I appreciate the time and the affection and whatever, but it's just not me anymore. Okay? And then we have the Strength of Will. This is the beginning stages of you creating healthy boundaries, because it's really hard for us to create boundaries about against people that we care about. You know, if it's like a family member, a close friend, or whatever, it's really hard creating those healthy boundaries. But we can start by creating healthy boundaries in our home, right? I won't allow this inside my house. If somebody gives you this, we're going to make sure that we keep it in this area of the house and not bring it in for 5-6 days, so it neutralizes the energy before it comes in the house. Things like that. And I'm feeling it very strongly. It's a need to take a moment and clear the energy prior to letting something in your house. I'm feeling that more than I am feeling the energies of throwing things out, even though I do feel like some of you guys have to throw some things out that are not of the right frequency. Somebody here needs to get very good at not bringing something immediately back inside your house. I've learned this personally very strongly. Like, I've been gifted things that maybe the person didn't have some evil intent by it. I'm going to give that person the benefit of the doubt, but it carried nasty intention. And in leaving it somewhere separate, and then later on, I do cleansing rituals before I bring something into my house. I literally saw something leave that object. And so, but you know, you guys, this is like my profession, right? And so, of course, I'm going to see and have more experiences that are a little bit extra compared to the regular person. But this is not a new concept. Like, it's a witchy concept from a long time ago, because I read that theory from a book from the 1920s, and that is about spiritual protection. And they said that the most important thing is not to immediately bring in a gift into your home, right? An object that is gifted to you, even if it's old clothes. Let's say a lot of us are really into thrifting, right? And we go to second-hand places. So a lot of the things that are there, they're given because the person passes away or whatever, and it has an energetic field around it, right? And if we're bringing it immediately to the house, we're bringing that energetic field into the house. How many haunted dolls aren't they? People have stories about, right? So there's good. It's just a good common practice to leave it outside in the shed or the detached garage or somewhere that isn't inside your house for a few days before it comes in. I just keep seeing and saying that because it feels like that. Also, if you're thinking about giving something to the Goodwill, or you're thinking to give something to a thrift store, it would be a very good common practice also to take the objects and put them like in the detached garage or in the in the shed or whatever for a few days prior to taking it over there. That way, it also neutralizes and detaches from your energy prior to taking it there. That way, if a person gets something, they're not taking from your energy too, because we have an energetic cord still attached to that energy. Especially if you're going to be gifting something that had an emotional attachment, such as a child's toy. Very important there. Yes. And then we have the Four of Cups. And see, the Four of Cups is, this one's interesting because it says self-serving, dis 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 in disinterest, right? But here it's like actually being very wary of a situation is actually looking at a situation, because possibly the reason, because normally the card Four of Cups, you see a person with three cups, and then you see a cup coming that God is bringing towards a person, and they have their hands crossed, right? And it can mean receiving a gift from somebody that you were not expecting. And I'm feeling that very strongly. This feels like somebody giving you a gift is making my neck hurt. That you have to be careful not to bring it directly into your house. Because it is going to create a situation of frustration in the house. It feels like the attachment in that energy is made to create stagnation of money, stagnation of resources, stagnation of somehow. So make sure that when you receive it, you keep it out of your field. You can even, if it gives you extra hebers, like heebie jeebies, just throw some extra sea salt on top of it so it neutralizes the energy. Um, but somebody has to get a little bit better about the things they bring inside their house. Here we have, in the bottom of the deck, we have the Eight of Cups, the Four of Swords, walking away from something that you don't see. And look at what you don't see. The Eight of Coins, some spiritual work that was done. Ace of Wands, that creates an attack. Look, I'm going to tell you, which is made to lay the foundation. Look, laying the foundation, Page of Coins. It's a seed that is being planted to lay a foundation that is meant to distort the energy in your home or the energy in your workplace. It doesn't matter what it is, but there's something that was given that should be cleansed before coming in because of that. And here it's like, have good judgment and learn when you should cut something out. You have to have the energy of the Queen of Coins. And the energy of the Queen of Coins is one where she's very prudent as to what she allows in her space, how she spends her money, and how she moves about the cabin, let's say, right? It just feels like something that you're letting inside your house that you have to be careful. The energy that comes in from this object is coming inside your house. Look, Mercury retrograde is a time when people that are magically inclined, if they want to do something negative towards you, will definitely use this time. So if you're mindful about it, you'll have less of a possibility for this shit to be bad for you. Okay? I think that's it. I hope that helps you, and we'll see you the next time.